How can one, or how can I become even more of a conduit for goddess to flow through me as music?
Okay, how can I be? The question here by Sheila is she's a musician, Hindustani, vocalist, and plays on harp and flute and conducts many performances. How can I be a conduit for the Divine Mother? The music is closer to heart. Okay, music touches the heart. Music has three aspects: raga, tala, and sangeeta. Sangeeta is the message. Raga, rhythm. Raga is the what you call as in English? Tune. Tala is the rhythm. These three is music, according to me. Now, the musicians of India, the poet saints, Tyagaraja, Purandaradasa, they effectively use these three combinations, Raga, Tala, and Sahitya, for bringing social awakening, for healing people, okay, and taking people closer to unity. The Sahitya, the content, can be a socially transformative, a social message. How to live your life, how to be free from fights, mental turmoil. It's more of a counseling. It can be counseling, or it can invoke devotion. So one is a social message, and other is a invoking what you call as devotion. Okay, so Sahitya can be a devotion or social message, and raga, various ragas, morning raga, afternoon raga, evening raga, raga for various raga invokes the bhava, the feeling. So raga is a thought of therapy, healing. Okay, healing for emotions. So the real healing for emotions happens when the devotion is there. The emotion, the devotion heals the commotion of emotion. Okay, emotion is a lot of turmoil. So, right, the whole purpose is to make the mind more and more calm. And rhythm, the tala, it actually activates our nervous system, energy system rhythmatically, and help us to awaken the energy within the kundalini. So that way, the music has an impact on the body-mind complex. Okay, so a specific tala, rhythm, and specific raga can awaken the energy within us from the base of the spine, Muladhara, to Swadhisthana, to Manipura, to Anahata, to Vishuddha, to Adna, Sahasrara. So the awakening of the energy can take place. Healing of the moods, healing of the emotions can happen. And invoking the devotion in our life can happen. So in that way, the music is very transformative. So now the question is how I can do that. How I can be a channel for divine. I mean, I don't have to tell you much because you already experienced it. When actually what you experience, if you are able to bring that experience within others, right? You have to experiment within you, and that experiment within you people should experience. That's what is a transformative power. So then you become the channel. Okay. First, you have to experience the devotion. Okay, and I would say you should cry. Tears should fall. Tears should flow. The tears coming, tears rolling indicates the melting of the heart. Okay, the tears is what I call as abhisheka. So we go and do the temple abhisheka, right? The real abhisheka is when the tears start rolling, tears of joy start rolling, and that starts coming in the people who listen to that. So the devotion has to be invoked. The devotion has to be brought in. So that is the art of a musician. How do we actually invoke the devotion in the people who listen? So what is the sign of that? Sure sign of that? Tears. Not only you should have tears, and other people also should have tears. Right? You should make people cry. That's what. Cry with joy. Right? So if you cry with joy for devotion, already emotions have become purified. That's one stage. Okay. Second aspect is it awakens the kundalini. Okay. It has a rhythmic beating. So this basically many of this what we call as the tribal tribes, they have a very rhythmic beating. So their rhythmic beating changes the energy pattern within the body. Okay. The sahitya is not important. The rhythm is important. Tala. So with a specific rhythm, you can invoke the energies, and people can feel that energy movement, and ultimately energy goes to Sahasrara. And what happens is a lot of inner purification happens. So the sign of that, the mind becomes very calm. Okay. And when this energy rises to Sahasrara at this place, what you call as Brahmarandra, there's a deep feeling of connectivity and oneness with the universe. So this is actually mostly play of rhythm and plus some specific raga, and you can associate with the mantra. It's not like too much of sahitya is not required here. It has to be a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, okay, told repeatedly, because repetition is important. A rhythm is important. So then it will invoke the energies. So then you should feel it actually. You should feel that energy moves in spinal cord upwards. What happens is the spinal cord is a storehouse of impressions. Okay, all our impressions are stored in spinal cord. So they start getting dissolved as the energy moves upward and reaches Brahmarandra. So now this is actually what we call spiritual awakening, awakening of the energy. The energy is called Durga Shakti. There are three energies in our body. Okay, this is called Pradna or awareness. This is called Saraswati. This heart center is called Prema or love. It's called Lakshmi Shakti. And the energy in the base stomach and base lower base is called Durga Shakti. Prana, Prema, and Pradna. So now Prema can be invoked, Prema can be awoken with the Raga, Tala, and Sahitya, the love. Whereas Prana can be awakened, pranic energy, can be with the chanting, rhythm. Okay. Too much of Sahitya will not, too much of Sahitya will take you to higher, this thing. So there a simple chanting. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So basically you should experience on your body. That energy should rise from the base of the spine. It starts very tingling sensation, starts going upward into Sahasrara. So devotion is Raga Tala Sahitya, okay, which will heal the emotions, okay, and then what we call as Kundalini. The Kundalini energy or what you call Durga Shakti can be awakened through chanting and rhythm. Of course, some instrumental music. It may not be chanting also. It can be instrumental music also, but it should be more repetitive. It should not be more repetitive. Okay. So then what happens? Gradually, their energy rises and it starts cleaning the nervous system. Okay, nervous system becomes purified. Very deep healing happens within the nervous system when the energy rises to Sahasrara. So this is first step is invoking the emotion, devotion, which is more for common people. And this is actually yoga. What is that? Kundalini rising to Sahasrara. So now what happened? What is the music is all about? Music is about Laya. Okay. There is Maya and Laya you have to understand. Maya, you heard the Maya or Maya? Maya and Laya. Maya is one reality becomes multiplicity. One reality, Brahman, appears as many. Laya is that one reality, many becomes one. Absorption happens. Maya is projection, Laya is absorption. Okay. The main role of a musician is Laya, mastery over the Laya. The Laya has to happen within you, and Laya has to happen in the listeners. The mind has to be absorbed in the self. Okay. Laya is not final. Laya is purifying. Okay. Jnana is liberating. So musicians can take up to the Laya, what we call Chitta Shuddhi or inner purification happens with Laya. So your role in is thing is bring Laya in people. What is Laya? Laya, Manolaya. Manolaya, or mind becomes absorbed in the self. So the Laya is, in deep sleep you go to Laya. Deep sleep mind is absorbed in the self. But if you are able to create that in the waking condition, that's called Manolaya. Okay, the mind has to be absorbed in the self. So Raga, Sahitya, Tala or awakening of energy, mind should be absorbed. Laya has to happen. Okay, so the role of a musician is transform the society through Sahitya, invoke devotion in the people. Now, devotion here, what happens is musicians, they sing, but ultimately you have to make people involved in singing. It should be participative. It's not a performance is okay, but it should be participative. And the participative people cannot have a big complex Sahitya. They have to have a simple thing, and that actually participative singing brings what I'm saying is like it acts like a cleansing. Okay, so people should participate. Then there's a cleansing happens. That is what you call as Chitta Shuddhi. So then awakening of energy Kundalini through Tala and simple Sahitya. Simple Sahitya means Japa. So this happens. Now Manolaya happens when the mind becomes very still. Okay. It's not liberation. It's not full enlightenment. It's a preparation for enlightenment. The full enlightenment or liberation happens through Jnana teaching, the wisdom teaching of the realized master. So the role of musician is to take to a level the person is ready for Jnana teaching by the enlightened master. Now at this level, what happens to you is that you can start hearing a anahata sound, a sound which is unstuck. When you hear that anahata sound, you're very close to reality. So if you are able to hear the anahata sound, Manolaya has happened, and you're able to stay in that anahata sound, that means your consciousness is elevated. Okay. So the purpose of Sangeeta is from ahata to anahata. Ahata means where duality is there, to anahata where there's non-duality, the sound. So this will happen. So now this whole system, Sangeeta is Raga Tala Sahitya, but the root of this is called Nada Yoga. Okay, Nada Yoga is the root. So each of our chakras, the instruments what we have, Saptasuras, they operate on various energy centers in the body. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Adna. So your spinal cord you have to use as a harp. You have to use your spinal cord as harp and create that harmonious rhythm in that. Then enter into silence where you are Hanatanada. So that's where you are becoming more and more conduit for the divine. So the divine mother, you say here, the divine mother has three dimensions, three aspects: Lakshmi, Durga, Saraswati. Durga Shakti is awakening the energy through Tala and chanting, rhythm. Lakshmi Shakti awakening the love is through Raga, Sahitya. Okay, Raga, Tala, Sahitya. And Saraswati Shakti also gets invoked through Sahitya. But the Sahitya has to have a what we call as not the social message, not the devotional message, the message of wisdom should be there in Sahitya. Okay, so Saraswati Shakti. Finally, a musician purifies a devotee as offering to Divine Mother. Any questions? It's too much.
Did you understand the Atma? Yeah. I wanted to say the lyre in music, it's like pulse tempo, right? Yeah. So in the sense you're talking about lyre is a different sense.
Okay.
Right?
So can you stop this, Gayatri? Next question.